Hey guys, this is Dr. Sean over at the Natural Body Works, and today we're going to go over some other stuff that I've already done that I have to splice with this video because I didn't have the sound on. But we're going to do some temporal mandibular joint, or the TMJ. Okay, so I'm going to draw out a little bit of the anatomy of the TMJ, including the socket in here and some of the muscles and stuff like that. And then at the end of that, we're going to go over the different stretches. And there's about 5 different stretches. We have stretches here for the temporalis, for the masseter, some for the platysma in through here, the sternocleidomastoid, and the internal, or the lateral and medial pterygoids. So let's get going. Okay, so as you guys know, here's the skull. Now, this right here is the TMJ. This is the temporal bone right through here, and this is the mandible. Sorry, this is the mandible. And what we have here is the temporal mandibular, or mandibular joint, right? I'm doing this all backwards. This guy back here, this is the ear hole. This is called the external auditory meatus, and down through here, right there, that's called the mastoid process, right here behind the ear. So the ear is right through here. The ear is right through this section, right through there. There we go. And then this arch through here is this zygomatic arch. So now we know some of the anatomy of the thing. And I'm going to show you a couple different parts. Okay, so let's draw them out first. Okay, so this here is the eye socket. This one through here, this is the zygomatic arch. Up here is the temporal bone, and down through here is the mandible. Now the mandible will come down through here, but I don't have enough room to do that one. So in through here, this is the maxilla in this section here, and it goes kind of like this inside, if you can see inside there, deep like this. Okay, we have here, let's put it right here, and we're looking at these sections right through here. That's where we're actually talking about. That's where the pterygoids, a muscle that runs the jaw and the disc, moves forward. Okay, I'm going to show you where those are. So right in through this section here, this is the condyle here. This is where the condylar notch, or the mandibular notch is. Okay, and we have a disc, or we have a capsule right around this section here. And this capsule has inside of it a disc, and it's a disc attached here. And there's a little disc like this, and it's attached here. Now up through here is attached the one muscle, lateral pterygoid, and then in through here, down below, is the medial pterygoid. Okay, comes down this way, and it attaches on the inside of the skull. Now, when your jaw opens, again, we're here, when your jaw opens this way, well, hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but when it opens up, this part will come down. Okay, and like this part here is like this, and this part down here is like this. When it comes down, it slides forward, and the disc will be pulled forward by this lateral pterygoid and held in place so that it's right above this little condyle. If that doesn't happen, you have locking, you have clicking, you have popping of the jaw. So when we have that, we'd have to do these kinds of exercises. Okay, other muscles in the area, you've got in through here, attached through this section here, up in through this like this, which would cover all of this stuff, is this guy through here, which is called the temporalis. Goes all the way up through here like this. There's a front part, middle part, and a back part. I'll show you how to do stretches on those, because those make a difference on the way that the jaw glides and closes. Now the next one is the last part of it, actually, is the masseter, which comes from down here. This is on top, on the surface as well. We'll do it this way. Okay, now that's right through here. Okay, pulls this part of the jaw closed. The only two guys that open it are going to be those lateral and medial pterygoids, and then also some of the mouth muscles and the hyoid and the omohyoid and those guys. But we'll go over those in a totally other thing. But this is to get these guys to start to stretch out, along with the sternocleidomastoid, which is right through here, the masseter, the temporalis, and as well as the medial lateral pterygoids. So follow the next part of the video. That's where you'll learn all the stretches. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and follow the other videos. I'll put them up somewhere eventually, and you'll the other videos that I've already done. Actually, I'll just link them to this one, and let me know how it goes. Okay, this is Dr. Sean over at Natural Body Works. Don't forget to subscribe. So, is your jaw clicking, clunking, or is it locking when you move it open and close? I'm going to show you the stretches to do right now on how to get this to open up for you if it's causing you problems, so stay tuned. Watch the parts on anatomy as well, and then we do the bones, we do all of the muscles in the area and stuff like that, but we're going to go over the stretches. So hey, here we are. We're going to go over some stretches, and I want to go over we're going to work from the top down. So we're going to start here at the temporalis. The temporalis muscle comes in through here, and it's all of this, the side of the head. Okay, you feel it up through here. If you reach around and touch in there, you'll find even some tender points, and you can work on those. Hold them and use them as trigger. And as you open your jaw, you can feel it move underneath there. Now those are really good ones. That means there's a lot of tension in there, and you may have some pulling from inside here up into these different areas, and that's what you want to work on. So number one we're going to do is we're going to stretch, basically we're going to do forward, straight up, and straight back. So as we do forward, we want to open our jaw and feel it stretch. As you do straight up, feel it stretch. It's more like we're pushing the tissue up, and you do the back as well. You can hold and open a little bit. As you get into this ridge through here, you should feel more motion under there when you do that one. So that's number one. Number two is the masseter, and that's this big guy here. There's three parts that I like to do. What I like to do is, as we're holding and opening and closing, we can push up towards this ridge, which is called the zygomatic arch. It's right there. Push right up towards it, and then as you open, you'll feel a stretch. Go down about a ½ inch. Do the same thing. Do them nice and slow over about 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then let it go gently. Do those 3 to 5 times. Okay? 1, 2. Next one we're going to do. We're going to do some inside facial stuff. And what we're going to do is take the tongue, put it on the roof of your mouth, and hold it there. And then open and close your mouth. That's going to get some of the medial and the lateral pterygoids in there, and also some of the tongue stuff that can pull on the inside in there. Okay, so holding and open and close. You'll feel it like a cramping feel inside the tongue too. That's perfect. That's what we want to actually feel. So do those again, real slow. Opening over 1, 2, 3, and then close. Okay, nice and just easy one to do. Next two we're going to do some of the medial and lateral pterygoid, and we're going to really get the movement of the jaw in on this one. So number one we're going to do is keeping the tongue on the roof of the mouth, pushing your jaw forward and up. That gets the medial pterygoid. And you want to get the lateral pterygoid too, right? So medial pterygoid is the one that pushes it up, closed kind of thing. It helps you open. Now to open the jaw, we're going to use the lateral pterygoid, and that's going to be holding, right? And then we're going to resist and open. Holding 1, 2, open as far as we can. Just resist a little bit. Let the motion happen, but resist it. We're going to do the same thing 3 times, real slow. And then we're going to do 3 times holding open and pulling closed. The teeth way in front. I do 3 this way and 3 inside. You'll feel it. Mine clunks. It clunks right in here. I have another video. I didn't have the microphone on, but it really did a good clunk. It was neat for me. And there's another one we want to do, which is here. So trigeminal nerve, right here. It's the 5th cranial nerve. It goes up here above the eyebrow. It goes across the face and down into the jaw. And so if there's tension in there, that can cause pain in the face even. Okay, so what I want you to do is grab your ear this way. Grab the lobe and grab the top of the ear or the middle of the ear and pull straight back, and then tilt your head back and forth, and you'll feel it move around and stretch, and sometimes it'll pop in there, and that's fine. You get in the eustachian tube, which goes from inside here down into this area anyway. So you're opening that up, and that's what we want to do, is get as much movement in there as possible to, 1, see what's going on and where there's restriction, 2, to get it to stretch. Now use pain as your guide. Don't go. If it hurts, stop. Okay, just stop if it hurts.
I don't know. I can't believe I have to tell people that. But stop if it hurts, and be gentle about it. Now, you may notice that you have a little restriction in there, or it doesn't want to move, and do it slowly, okay? Next one we want to do, these are lower muscles in through here. We're going to go through the sternocleidomastoid, sternum, clavicle, mastoid process right through here. That's this muscle. To find it, you have to turn your head to the opposite and lean forward. And there's that muscle right there. You can grab in there with your fingers and hunt down. There's always a trigger point, and sometimes you feel it in the eye. Okay, so that muscle is shared, or that nerve is shared with this whole section, so we want to really get that one. It's part of the accessory nerve. Another cranial nerve goes in the inside of the skull. So there's that one. The next one is, again, in through here. We want to get platysma. That's this muscle right here. Okay, so like sheet-like muscle. And then we're going to, when you say things like this, that's that muscle. Yes. So we're going to take these muscles through here, and we want to stretch them because that's attached to this bone right there called the hyoid. It's a horseshoe-shaped bone. It floats around kind of by itself. It's attached to muscles and stuff, but it's attached for there's like the stylohyoid and the omohyoid and all these little muscles inside there that help guide the tongue and open the jaw. So here's one of the main ones to open the jaw. So you're going to put your teeth forward and lift your head and then turn side to side. This is your sling blade. Biscuits and mustard. That's your sling blade version right there. You keep that forward, and you can stretch those and get a little stretching through each of those, and you'll be able to open it up. Now, I've been doing this for about 20 minutes now because I've had to redo some of the videos, and man, my whole jaw feels really good and loose. I've had locking. I've had it cramp up on me. I've even playing with the dog. It was a stupid story, but I snapped at the dog, and my jaw popped and stayed open, and I couldn't even put a popsicle stick between it because it was like too open. It took me 3 days to open it. So have patience, do your stretches, and don't forget to subscribe, and give me a comment and a thumbs up, and share this with your friends, and look at the other videos. I'll try to put up like here or something, or over here, some of the other like cards for the videos, so you can click on those, because we have a couple other really good ones I've done. So anyway, talk to you later. Thanks.